Hey everyone, my name is Ashleigh and I am a first year here at Harvard planning to study art, film, and visual studies with a secondary in theater, dance, and media. And today we are in the wonderful hall of Wigglesworth. So Wigglesworth is split into 3 different buildings, all on the southern part of campus, which is pretty great because it's right next to Harvard Square and you can literally walk outside, go to CVS, JP Licks, any of the staples around campus. And each of the 3 dorms all have entryways that are labeled from A to K, and all of the entryways have around 4 to 5 floors. Out of the A through K entryways in Wigglesworth, I am in H with 3 other roommates. Before you arrive to campus as a first year, you are sent a form, a little roommate questionnaire, where you're asked about your living habits, your preferences, and sleep schedules, just things like that, or anything else that your resident deans would need to know so they can pair you with your roommates. One of my really cool experiences that I found out with Emma, one of my roommates, was that she put on her housing form that she is terrified of bugs, and I put on my housing form that I love all creatures and I don't want them to die. So your residence deans will take great care in pairing you and really carefully reading all of your information you put on there. So just be yourself, be authentic, and you'll get paired with perfect people. So our dorm consists of an ensuite bathroom, which is honestly amazing. We also have 2 bedrooms, bedroom A and bedroom B, and those come with a pair of bunk beds, but you can debunk them, but I don't really recommend because there is very limited space. Whenever you first come into the dorm, you'll see 4 desks if you have 4 people in a room. So however many people are there, that's how many desks will be. When my roommates came here, we all arrived at different times because we were doing pre-orientation groups or just different move-in times. So I highly recommend speaking with your roommates beforehand about living preferences and not just deciding without them of whose bed you're gonna sleep in, like where your desk is gonna be. Like, make sure everyone feels included and how the living arrangements are gonna be. So right now we are in our common room of our little dorm room, and we have our desks here. There are 4 desks. It's even, it's fair, but for some reason one of the desks was placed into the bedroom and unable to be taken out. So one of our roommates studies in there, and then the rest of us all study in here. But it's not just limited to studying. We also have, our in-depth discussions, our personal talks. We hang out, and sometimes at night when we're done studying, we'll do little dance breaks. But really, it's just our space where we feel safe and we can just interact with each other. Wigglesworth is right next to 2 of the most popular libraries on campus. So once again, Wigglesworth is just amazing, but right across from the dorms, there's Widener Library, and there's also Lamont a few steps away right next to one of the Wigglesworth buildings. Really, anywhere you need to study, you can study in the common room or walk over to the libraries, but you're provided with a place to focus. So currently, we are in the process of ending our first year, so we do have cardboard boxes as our decoration right now. On this side, we have what we call the communal shelf. So we have anything that we don't really want, like extra food or any objects, we'll leave up here and any of the roommates are free to grab it. We also have the handy dandy roommate calendar, which helps us decide who's gonna do the chores, when and where, what we're gonna do, all of that stuff. Important dates like finals. Right now it's empty because it's the end of the year, but it's okay. And also we recently hosted some Visitas students, so we have our welcome home for them. And another one of my favorites, during Christmas time, we had a little Christmas party but no Christmas tree, so I handmade this little DIY Christmas tree. And then of course I'm biased to my side where I have letters from my friends back home and just sentimental things that I've collected over my first year at Harvard. So that's the layout of our common room. Let's take a sneak peek into my bedroom. Now we're in my living space. I share this room with one other roommate. When you walk into the room, you will see 2 beds that are bunked. You'll see 2 dressers and a closet that's right next to the door, as well as a nice window if you want some more lighting. As for stuff to bring, while it's very warm during winter because of the radiators, whenever it starts warming up a bit, there aren't any ACs in the dorms, so I do recommend bringing some type of fan. I have a mattress topper that I put on top of my bunk. Once you kind of get settled in, you'll find more things that you'll need, but Harvard does a pretty good job of providing you with the key essentials. So that was a quick little glimpse into what our living situation and what my dorm looks like. Now we're gonna take a peek underground into the common room. So now we've made our way down to the common room, which is about 2 floors beneath where we were just at. Not a far walk, like literally right outside where the stairway is. And here in the common room, we have a printer, a TV, a table with some chairs and couches and literally everything you need to just hang out, chill. Also, you'll have what are called entryway meetings and study breaks where everyone who's in your entryway or your little vertical floor community will all come down and have some food or just some dedicated time to really focus on work or just socialize with people that you may not have met who are in your entryway. And that's probably some of my favorite memories because we've had some amazing food and we got to meet everyone who we're living with, like a floor above us or a floor below us, and it's been great. So that was a brief overview of our amazing common room. Now we're gonna head next door to our laundry room. Once you go down to the basement and you've seen the common room, there's gonna be the trash room, and then you keep on going a little bit farther, you'll get to the laundry room. At the beginning of the year, laundry cost a couple dollars per load, but now it's free thanks to Harvard's new update. So in the laundry room, we have washers and then another section for dryers. We have a vending machine, a water fountain, trash can, literally everything. And it's really nice to have this here in our basement so we don't have to lug all of our laundry across campus to go to another dorm. So it's just nice to have this amenity here in our little dorm. Now that we've seen our common room and our laundry room, we're gonna go ahead and head over to the kitchen of Wigglesworth. So a few steps over in another Wigglesworth building, we go down to the basement and we find the kitchen. The kitchen I've used quite a few times, can't lie, making my little oatmeal or ramen with the microwave. There's an oven, stove, fridge, microwave, sink, really anything you'd need. And right across the hall, there's a game room. So if you're waiting on your food to cook, you can go watch TV, you can play table tennis or whatever, like whatever you want to do. There's so many different things down in any of the Wigglesworth basements. And if you get into Wig, I highly recommend you just explore. Thank you guys so much for exploring the amazing dorm of Wigglesworth with me. And if you just found out that you got into Wigglesworth, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. You have a kitchen, common room, music room, game room, whatever you need, Wig has it. So just a piece of advice, have fun and look forward to your first year at Harvard, and stay tuned for more dorm tours, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.